Wow, we got a new. That's the door's hype. We got a new 147-pound WBO interim champion. I guess you can say he's going to be the full champion. Brian Norman just pulled what some can consider an upset over Covered in Blood over Giovani Santillan here on May the 18th, 11:26 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. On the undercard, I guess you can say co-feature to Emanuel Navarrete versus Denis Berinchyk for the 135-pound vacant WBO title formerly held by Devin Haney. He got beat down and battered. Very good fight. It's been a long day of boxing. Fury versus Usyk rolled directly into this card. So let's go talk about the fighters before we listen to the post-fight interview. So let me break it down for you. By the way, this fight card's taking place over in San Diego. So Brian Norman is now 26-0 with 20 KOs. Biggest win of his career, 23 years old, now the WBO interim champion, a part of the new blood of the 147-pound division. Now that Terrence Crawford is up at 154. And let's face the facts, he's not coming back down to 147. Terrence Crawford is fighting Israel Madrimov for the 154-pound WBA and WBO interim title. So once he steps into that ring, Brian against Madrimov, August the 3rd, Brian Norman will be updated or upgraded to the full champion. We're waiting to see a replay. He busted his face up. Broke him down.
To be able to land that combination, that right hand right there between the guards.
Oh.
With that uppercut, he sees him leaning forward.
That looked like it hurt. Oh, my gosh.
And that's what it is.
The end of the fight. Folks, line it up, put it down. Here it comes.
Just coming around the guard right there.
Woo.
That uppercut, lead uppercut.
He's definitely got some power, that's for sure. I mean, look at his knockout ratio. But he busted his face up, and it wasn't no headbutts or anything. Oh, my gosh. I want you to see this. Look at this uppercut. Oh, my gosh. One of the knockouts of the year so far. So, as I was saying, he's a part of the new blood of the 147-pound division, where he's going to be full champion sometime in the next couple of months. Boots Ennis taking on Cody Crowley, July the 13th. The WBA and WBC are both waiting for Crawford to move up. So these belts are going to be going. Barrios is going to be the full champion for the WBC. He defeated Fabian Maidana a couple of weeks ago on an undercard of Canelo versus Munguia. Also, Montestanionis for the WBA defeated Gabriel Mastri on the undercard of Canelo versus Munguia. Boots Ennis is fighting July the 13th. He wants a unification between, if he beats Cody Crowley, which I think he will, between Stanionis or Barrios, and all those fights are likely to happen or could happen because of the Saudis' involvement. The Saudis are snagging up PBC fighters. And we could see Boots, if he beats Crowley versus Stanionis or Barrios and Stanionis could go in and fight each other, then fight Boots after. But now you have a new guy in the 147-pound division, Brian Norman, getting a big knockout on a big day of boxing. Joe Cordina got knocked out too earlier today. Listen in. Please subscribe.
Of round number 10 for your winner by knockout. And now the WBO interim welterweight champion of the world, Brian the Assassin Norman
Hold on.
Jr.
You're going to be seeing those highlights for a while. And
There's the
now
belt.
comes the man who has given
Okay, let me
us so
change my
many
clothes.
highlights through the years. It'll
There we go.
be our
Something more
WBO
comfortable.
lightweight world championship fight. Yes.
So let's listen to what he had to say. He was talking pretty crazy at the final press conference. There's Navarrete. I think he next. He going to get beat up by Denis Berinchyk. We're not going to listen. They're not going to let us listen to the new 147-pound interim champion? What's going on with that? What's going on with that? Well, I guess they're not. So let's be realistic. Let's be realistic. He is not going to this is the new blood division. Crawford's gone. His name is up there, but Mario, just look at it like this. Very simple. Mario Barrios is the WBC champion. Stanionis is the WBA champion. Boots Ennis is the IBF. And now Brian Norman is the WBO. That's the new blood of the division. And as you can see, somewhat of a weak division. I mean, I'm guessing Conor Benn, but he's still dealing with PD controversies. Errol Spence, he's on his way to 154 too. Adrian Broner's taking on Blair Cobbs on June the 7th. Yes, that's the thing. As you can see, Broner's ranked there. Jamal James is a PBC fighter still kicking around. So I expect for them to build Brian Norman up. I don't know who he's promoted by, if Top Rank is his promoter, but they're definitely probably going to get an option on him now. So now he's in the mix. That's it. Brian Norman's in the mix now. So I'm hoping he's, living a good life, living a clean life. Because now he's a full-time boxer. He's a world champion. So now, and he's got some mic skills, so I heard him on the mic this week. So he put it this way, I'm seeing something. But now it's all going to be about if he can do it in the ring. Somebody said, or keep it consistent. I remember reading a comment earlier this week. Somebody said, what did he say? He's a good fighter, but they can't see him being a reigning champion. And as you look at his resume, ain't nothing on there that we know about. So realistically, who could he fight next? Now, I don't see a unification for him at all right now. They're going to try to build him up. So, don't be surprised if he fights one of these guys. Somebody right along here somewhere. And start building him up to maybe, I don't know. But it's gonna be interesting to see where they're going to go with him from here. With that being said, take your time out, like the video, subscribe. I'm TstreeT Controversy with 5v360.